Hello guys, and welcome back to another Mesozoica update. This is Mesozoica update number 26. Last episode was our 25th episode and our 25th anniversary of starting the Mesozoica update series. And I want to thank you guys for all the support. Now on screen, I'm going to be doing a little bit different today. It's going to be done completely in iMovie, all the photos. They won't be on screen like they normally are. But then this is a voiceover right now, and I'm looking at photos right now to see how it works out. So let me know in the comments down below, do you like this more? Because obviously you'll be able to see the photos for yourself up close. They won't be moving around. They won't be right next to something else that might be distracting. And you can pause the video and look at everything that you want. But first up here, we have Paraceratherium. Now, the image on your screen shows Paraceratherium, and it looks pretty nice, I have to say. It has some white stripes on its legs, along with some, it's like the zebra stripes almost. And I like that design. I think it looks pretty good. And then it has the tanner body in the middle and on the neck, and then it's darker on the top too. So I think that this is good that they're adding in more mammals, and as you'll see in the next slide, it is also one of two. So here we have Platybelodon. Platybelodon? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sure you guys know how to pronounce that. I am not as great with the mammals as I am dinosaurs, so forgive me for that. But this looks like a very nice design. Obviously it doesn't have any customized skins, but I'm sure that they're working on those. As every animal in the game will have multiple skins, and those skins have different rarities. I'm sure a lot of you know this system. If you don't, go back and check out some of my earlier episodes. I can't tell you an exact number of which episode it was, but it's in there somewhere where I talked about it. It was probably back during February or March. But either way, this is a very cool design. I like it a lot. It does have room for improvement. All the skins have room for improvement, but for right now, I think this is just fine to start integrating more mammals into the process. So here we have a pretty generic nesting site. Now, I'm not sure if you'll have to place these. I'm guessing you will, based on the industrial design almost. But there's also three other underneath. I'll be going over each one of those individually on the next slide when it switches over. But for right now, I'm wondering if the animal will lay their eggs on this, and then it will transform into one of the later ones, which you'll see on screen in a moment. Or if this is just a artificial one, and these are what these will look like in the wild, but if you want to, you can encourage them to lay eggs here. I'm not sure. There wasn't any description on the post, so I'm not sure if, there's something that we don't know about how these are going to work. I'm sure they'll go over it in a stream, or maybe they already have. I just haven't seen it. But, keep your eyes open. Check out their stream, Facebook. I mean, they usually don't post things like that on there, like what something's going to be. But that's basically how this one will have to work. And eventually I'm sure they'll tell us what it is and how it will work. So here we have the bottom three nests. And as you can see, there is a herbivore nest, a carnivore nest, and a non-dinosaur nest. And these are very cool in my opinion. I like how they have the multiple eggs, because that means that when your dinosaurs reproduce, they will not only just create one dinosaur. According to this model, there will be a certain number of them that will hatch. And I'm not sure if the eggs will, the eggs will die off. There's a certain chance of that. I'm not sure. I think that would be really cool if they implemented that, and I'm pretty sure, and I hope that they do. But each individual egg, I believe, will probably hatch out to be a baby dinosaur, which means that you'll probably have to control how often your dinosaurs breed, because otherwise you would have an overpopulated park, which adds in so many new possibilities for your park. Will there be breeding programs that you can set up in game? I'm not sure, but all I know is that each one of these nests looks incredible. The detail, even at this stage, which will undoubtedly be, improved in time. It's really cool just to see how the game has developed this far, and I really like how they kind of went with the oval Jurassic Park eggs. I know that's how a lot of carnivore eggs look, but I like how they've arranged them around that sort of like, I don't know if that's a hole or, but it's something, and I'm not sure what it is. It might just be, you know, natural impression in the ground or something, but all of these look very cool. And then the non-dinosaur nest, the only problem I have with this is that they don't say if it's going to apply to mammals that don't lay eggs, like mammoth or, you know, other things like that. But either way, these are very cool in design and in the fact that, you know, are we going to have multiple dinosaurs coming out of one nest, and adds in a lot of possible mechanics. So we will move on to the new gateway. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll discuss that in the next photo. Here we have a larger gateway, and below it there's a smaller one. You can probably see just the bottom little bit, top bit of it right there. But I'll show that next one in the next slide, and I'll probably just have this continue over to the next one. But I think it looks very nice. I'm not sure what it's for yet. It looks like it's some sort of viewing dome, because you can see like a path leading into it. So maybe, possibly, your visitors walk in there, and then inside you can just barely see the bottom, and I think it might be glass. And if this is a viewing dome, it looks very nice to me. It's sort of like the ones that you see at the zoo, when you go see the penguins, almost. I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen that sort of exhibit before, but I think that's kind of what they're trying to go for here. And it looks very nice to me. Also, obviously the fence looks very nice, and like, you know, obviously it's going to be refined a bit more in the game, and I think that this is a really big improvement for game mechanics and how your visitors will move around and see your dinosaurs. So now I'm going to be moving on to the small viewing dome, which I believe it is now. And of course, finally, here we have the smaller version. Now, I believe that this will probably be for a lower security, as this one looks not as beefed up as the other one. And so I think this is probably for smaller herbivores, maybe some larger herbivores, but it's definitely not for carnivores that are large, maybe for some small ones. But otherwise, I believe that this will probably be obviously a smaller animal exhibit, maybe mammals, some smaller non-carnivorous animals. But otherwise, they would probably be able to break through, which is also another thing I'm interested in. How will that look when they break through? Will there actually be an animation for that? Like, they break through the glass, oh no, now they're going to hop through and, you know, start eating your visitors. Which, yes, I've gotten so many comments asking this. Your dinosaurs, if they get out, will eat your visitors. So many people have been asking me that in the comments. And also, the game is being released in June. A lot of people have also been asking me that. I'm not sure when in June, but it's supposed to be either late May or June sometime is when Alpha is supposed to come out, and I'm guessing Beta is going to be soon after. But that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Make sure you watch all the videos, like, all the way through, not just, click on, click off, because that hurts my statistics a little bit. Not that I'm complaining about that. I get a ton of views. You guys are great. I have a ton of subscribers now, too. Only a few weeks ago, I was saying, wow, I'm at 100 subscribers, and now I'm already a quarter of the way to 200 at 125. So I want to thank you guys for that. That's really amazing how fast my channel's grown since I've started these updates. And, you know, I'm hoping that it continues to grow when I start uploading actual Mesozoica content, which I wouldn't see why it wouldn't. But I want to thank you guys for that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.